to another edition of Sports Card ASMR. I'm the Sports Card Doctor, and I'm very happy that you are here today on the channel that combines sports card nostalgia and ASMR relaxation. We'd love for you to consider subscribing to the channel. Leave us a thumbs up, hype the video, nice comment, super thanks. Tell your friends about us. We appreciate you being here today. We are going to get right to business. We are going to be doing a card pack battle. Football versus baseball. 1991 Flair. 1991 Flair. Ultra Football. Ultra Baseball. 14 cards versus 14 cards. In order to do that, and for those that don't know, we'll open up these packs, pull about 5, 6, maybe 7 cards from them, and price them and pit them against each other and see who wins. Pretty simple, right? We have our tools of the trade here today, but we've pulled 2 price guides from our collection. We've used these ones on the channel before, but this is what we will be using today. Beckett Football Card Monthly from April 1992. Beckett Baseball Card Monthly from October 1992. So, as always, let's look through these Becketts and see what's in the pages, and get a little nostalgia dump before we get to the pricing. It's Randall Cunningham artwork. I don't mean to brag. I recently met Randall Cunningham at an event. Very nice guy. Signed some stuff for us. We were working an event at Allegiant Stadium and met him, Jay Schrader, Ed Too Tall Jones, and Rich Gannon. It was a great night for nostalgia. Quick look at the hot or cold here in April 1992. Hot: Emmett Smith, Barry Sanders, Thurman Thomas, Mark Rippon, Ricky Irvins, Jim Kelly, Troy Aikman, Todd Murnovich, Dan McGuire, Art Monk, Harvey Williams, Michael Irvin, 1991 Stadium Club, Jerry Rice, Warren Moon, the entire 1991 Upper Deck set, Joe Montana, Rocket Ishmael, Andre Rison, Russell, Maryland, Dan Marino, Deion Sanders, Cornelius Bennett, Leonard Russell, and the late, great Derek Thomas. Cold, Bo Jackson, which just doesn't seem fair, Joe Montana, Sean Elway, Andre Ware, Brian Bosworth, the Icky Shuffle himself, Icky Woods, Boomer Esiason, Norman Boomer Esiason, Jeff George, Jim McMahon, and the aforementioned Randall Cunningham. Randall did fade for a bit, and returned in a big way with the Vikings. Never give up, kids. Never let them tell you you're done. What's in our baseball bucket here? Talking about Gary Sheffield, now in San Diego. Kind of starting over again there. October of 1992, baseball. Frank Thomas, Mark McGuire, Ken Griffey Jr., Cal Ripken Jr., Nolan Ryan, Kirby Puckett, Mike Mussina, Juan Guzman, Dion, Prime Time Sanders, Tom Glavine, The Crime Dog, Fred McGriff, all of 1992 Flair Ultra, Gary Sheffield, Roger Clemens, Brian Taylor, Roberto Alomar, Robin Ventura, Steve Avery, Ivan Punch Rodriguez, Travis Fryman, Barry Bonds, Oh Just You Wait, Juan Gonzalez, Dave Justice, Ryan Sandberg, Will Clark, Reggie Sanders, Dave Fleming of the Mariners, Jose Canseco, Jeff Bagwell, and up-and-coming Phil Plantier. Colt, Jose Canseco, Bo Jackson, again, I say that's not fair, Pete Rose, Don Mattingly, that hurts, Kevin Moss, that hurts even more, Rick Anderson, Dave Justice, Jerome Walton, Frank Thomas, and Oral Hershiser. All right. Look for a convention here. Where's my heart lead me? Here we go. Were you in Ann Arbor, Michigan at the Go Blue Card Show? I'll repeat that. At the Go Blue Card Show over on South Main Street. It's adjacent to the stadium there, the Michigan Stadium. Were you there in October, on October 3rd, 1992? If you were, comment down below. We're going to find someone one day. You'll have to prove it, of course. You can't just say it. Juan Guzman and Roberto Alomar on the back. So let's do this. Let's open up these packs of cards and see what we can find. As football season just started, I'm going to kind of put that aside, and as baseball starts to finish, let's have them lead off here. As always, if you enjoy the crinkles, head on over to our Crinkle and Rip series. Let's dive in. Sticker there. Let's go ahead and peel that off here. There we go. I'll put that on our binder. All right, Flair Ultra 1991. Let's see if we can find 5, 6, 7 cards to prize. Got a Craig Wilson. Brett Sabragan, Tim Bark, we love pulling Tim Barks, Tim Leary, Rick Aguilera, Alvaro Espinoza, Ted Higuera, Fred McGriff, Lloyd Mosby, Pete O'Brien, Dave Anderson, Tom Herr, Dave Steve, Darren Fletcher, and Craig Wilson. Well, it's always the case here. It doesn't look like a good pack. Let's see who we might want to price. Craig Wilson here is still young, but I don't think so. Sabragan, we'll have to price. Tim Bark, relief pitcher extraordinaire. Tim Leary, starting pitcher. Aguilera might be just by default. I think he's going to be a common. McGriff will definitely price. Maybe Dave Anderson. Steve, great pitcher. I don't think the price is going to be much in. Prospect card here for Darren Fletcher, as we'll be looking at a 1992 price guide. I think that's it. Whew, this is going to be tough. Flair Ultra looking good on the football side. Just say it's comments here. If I need to, I will price Dave Anderson, because at least he's playing for Oakland and has a high profile. We'll see. All right. Organizing how we're going to price them to create the best drama. All right. Let's do it. Flair Ultra 1991 football. Pretty good card there for Flair Ultra football. We got Mike Merriweather. Ron Stallworth, traded to the Chiefs. Reggie Cobb. John Offerdahl, love that card from the Dolphin fan in me. Clarence Verdin. Ernie Jones. Keith Jones. Godfrey Mills, draft pick. We got a Pete Metzler's tight end there. Ernest Givings. Willie Galt. We have got David Fulcher, Mark Jackson, and Derek Thomas. Well, well, well. This is going to be a close one. Who am I going to price? Maybe Reggie Cobb. Maybe Alfred Nolan. Let's go with the draft pick. Maybe Ernest Givens. Maybe Willie Galt. Maybe Mark Jackson. Definitely this Derek Thomas. So I need one more here. Let's see. Let's see what we're going to do here. I think it's going to be the Mark Jackson. Talented wide receiver for Denver. Close call might be Givens or Galt. Nothing good. All right. So it's going to be kind of an even matchup here. I think it does come down to Derek Thomas. Maybe the draft pick. We know defenders don't do good. Reggie Cobb, rookie, might have some price value there in early 1992. Okay. Let's do it. I'm going to price baseball first. $19.91 Flair Ultra. Do this. Flair Ultra. Common players are 7 cents there, so a little bit of value in the set, okay? So, first in. He's a great closer, but I don't know if he's going to have the price to back it here. Rick Aguilera. Card 185. And he is a common. A 7-cent common. Next up is one of the best pitchers in the 80s. Actually, one of my favorites. Good chance this card goes into our collection. And we have him at $3.68. And he's a common. Steve just never got the respect really in the game. In the pricing game. Stupid. Alright, got a Hall of Famer right here. Fred McGriff. But we are going off of 1991 into 92 pricing here. $3.08 for the Crime Dog. He is listed at 30 cents. That's a big get here for Flair Ultra Baseball. It's a big one. Could be a winner. Alright. Brett Saberhagen. Is this an odd or even year for him? It was an even year, right? Johnny, he had that weird thing going for a while. $154 in the set. Brent Main is listed. Brian McRae. But that's a common right there. Brett Sabragan. 1T in Brett, by the way. Okay. We got a prospect here. You got to kind of look at those prospects here. Darren Fletcher, Phillies, maybe the heir apparent to Darren Dalton here. Number 377 in the set. And no. Okay. Alright. Let's get our handy daddy calculator. I think I just said handy daddy. It's a different category of YouTube videos altogether. $0.58. Okay. We'll do the checkups on the other players afterwards there. Actually, no, you know what? Since I'm going to lose this Beckett here, let's just double check here. 247, Dave Henderson, common. Tim Burke would have been, that's a common. Espinosa, Mosby, these are all commons. I'm not worried about that. I think I was most worried about Craig Wilson. 298. Oh, he is listed 12 cents. Sorry, Fleur Ultra Football or Baseball. I might have made a mistake there. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Let us get to our football pricing. Here we go, 1991 Fleur Ultra. Common players, 5 cents. Draft pick commons, 5 cents. So Fleur Ultra is already, I think, at a deficit there. But let us see what we got. First card in, he's one of the best defenders of this era, but there's no way he's going to get the respect here in the price guide. John Offerdahl, the Dodgers, the Dolphins. The way my season as a Dolphin fan is going, it might as well be the Dodgers. All right, number 90 for John Offerdahl. And he's, as we suspected, a common. $5. Mark Jackson, electric player. Does he have electric pricing? Number 37. Bobby Humphrey, John Owen, nope. Common. Okay. Reggie Cobb. This might be that card there that's got a little rookie value here in an era where his future was still undecided. Reggie Cobb, 260, 260. There he is, listed. He's falling, but 18 cents. Fleur Ultra Football is truly on the board. All right. They only need, what, 30 cents to tie here? All right. Godfrey Miles, Cowboy draft pick there. Number 292. Was there any hope, future in his pricing here? Godfrey Miles, he is listed. 8 cents. 8 cents there for Godfrey. $0.36. Is Derek Thomas worth more cents to tie. Is this a 23-cent card? We are going to find out here. It all comes down to one of the greatest pass rushers in the history of the NFL. Number 72 in the set. There he is. 20 cents. 20 cents. Unbelievable. Derek Thomas does not do it. Unbelievable. One of our closest battles yet. 56 to 58. 58 over 56. Did we make mistakes? We didn't even need the Craig Wilson. It would not have made it closer. Love the Derek Thomas card. I'm holding on to this for the album. Let's see if any one of these cards would have changed Fleer Ultra's fate here. David Fulcher, 16, common, no. Keith Jones, 144, no, common. Clarence Verdun, 63, no, common. Mike Merriweather, number 200 in the set, common. Willie Galt, 79, common. Pete Metzelaars, number 3 in the set, common. Ernest Jones, 241, common. Ron Stallworth, 107, common. Ernest Givens, number 47, listed 12 cents. 12 cents. I can't go back and change it. That's the rules. Ernest Givens over a Offerdahl or Mark Jackson would have given Fleer Ultra the win. But this is the play I made. I'm not going back and changing it. I can't do it. I just can't do it. All right? We can do an alternate reality if we want to in our heads. You know, you trade out one of these players. You know, you trade out Rick Aguilera. All right, that's that. But you add the 12 cents for Craig Wilson. That's a 63-cent alternate reality. All right, so let's do this. We got to take out the. Let's say we'll take out the John Offerdahl. All right, that's 51 plus 12 of Ernest Givens. It would have been a tie. A tie. And then I think it still goes to Fleer Ultra Baseball because we would have just maybe gone through and counted commons. These are all common players, but they're 7 cents versus the 5 cents. So at the end of the day, Fleer Ultra Baseball would have won. But we would have had our first time. Fascinating. Fascinating there. Okay. But there you have it. Fleer Ultra Baseball, the winner, 58 cents. Exciting matchup. Thanks for watching. Give us a super thanks if you want. Hype this video. Help us grow. Tell your friends about us. We'll see you next time here on the very exciting Sports Card ASMR.